Ambassador Zethkari examined the primitive vessel with undisguised contempt. The human ship Endeavor hung motionless in the void. Its hull scarred and patched, jury-rigged modifications visible even from this distance. Chemical rockets, how quaint. The Galactic Council had sent him to negotiate with these newcomers, but really what was there to discuss? They barely qualified as spacefaring. Ambassador, his aide chirped. The humans have accepted our invitation aboard the Sovereign Light. Their delegation will arrive shortly. Zethkari's four eyes rolled in synchronized annoyance. The Kethvar had ruled the galactic trade routes for 3 millennia, with their advanced plasma drives and quantum computers. What could these hairless mammals possibly offer? The human delegation arrived in a crude shuttle that sputtered and wheezed as it docked. 3 figures emerged, 2 in simple uniforms and 1, clearly their leader, in what appeared to be a modified military dress uniform adorned with colorful ribbons. Ambassador Zethkari, the human said, extending a hand. I'm Admiral Sarah Chen, representing Earth's United Defense Council. Zethkari ignored the gesture, noting how the human's eyes immediately cataloged every detail of the docking bay. Exits, personnel positions, security measures. Primitive but observant. Admiral Chen, Zethkari said in perfect English, his translator rendering his condescension flawlessly. Welcome aboard a true starship. I trust your vessel made the journey without falling apart. Chen smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. She's held together through worse than a peaceful transit, Ambassador. Shall we proceed to the negotiations? The conference room was designed to intimidate, soaring crystal walls displaying the might of the Kethvar fleet, holographic projections of conquered worlds, the soft hum of power cores that could level continents. Chen took it all in with the same calculating expression. Let's be direct, Zethkari began. Humanity seeks membership in the Galactic Council. However, your species lacks the technological sophistication we require. You possess no energy weapons, no force fields, no faster-than-light travel. Your ships use chemical propulsion. Your computers are electronic rather than quantum. By what measure do you consider yourselves worthy of consideration? Chen leaned back in her chair. You've done your homework on our technology. Have you researched our history? Briefly. A young species, barely 10,000 years of recorded civilization. Mostly tribal conflicts and resource wars. Primitive. Primitive, Chen repeated, her smile growing sharper. Tell me, Ambassador, when was the last time the Kethvar fought a war? Zethkari's translator caught the emphasis on war, though he couldn't understand why the human stressed it so strangely. We are a civilized species, Admiral. We resolve disputes through negotiation and economic pressure. Violence is the resort of lesser beings. I see. And your plasma cannons and shield generators? Defensive measures against space debris and the occasional pirate. Zethkari waved a dismissive tentacle. Nothing compared to the crude kinetic weapons your species seems so fond of. Chen reached into her jacket and withdrew a small device. Some kind of data pad. This contains humanity's complete military history. Every war, every battle, every tactical innovation born from necessity and desperation. Would you like to see what a primitive species learns when survival depends on being better at killing than everyone else? The holographic display activated before Zethkari could object. Images flooded the room. Ancient phalanxes bristling with spears. Cavalry charges thundering across battlefields. Ships of the line trading broadsides in rolling seas. The progression accelerated. Muskets, cannons, rifles, machine guns. Your species developed plasma weapons in laboratories. Chen's voice cut through the carnage unfolding around them. We developed gunpowder on battlefields where the alternative was extinction. The images shifted to the 20th century. Tanks rolling across cratered wastelands. Aircraft diving through flak-filled skies, submarines stalking beneath icy waters. Zethkari's four eyes widened as he watched entire cities burn. While your people were writing poetry about the beauty of stars, Chen continued, mine were perfecting the art of strategic bombing. While you were developing interstellar trade agreements, we were learning to coordinate million-man armies across multiple theaters of operation simultaneously. The display reached the nuclear age. Mushroom clouds bloomed in terrible silence, followed by missile silos and submarines carrying enough firepower to sterilize continents. Zethkari recoiled from the images. This is monstrous, he whispered. Your species weaponized the atom itself. And then we looked at what we'd created, Chen said quietly. and chose not to use it. Do you know what it takes to build weapons capable of ending civilization and then step back from the brink? It takes wisdom earned through blood. The display shifted again, showing humanity's expansion into space. But these weren't the clean, efficient ships of the Galactic Council. These were vessels born from military heritage, redundant systems, ablative armor, compartmentalized damage control. Ships designed to fight and die and keep fighting. Your defensive plasma cannons, Chen said, standing now. What's their rate of fire? Approximately 1 burst every 3 seconds, Zethkari answered automatically. Our primitive kinetic weapons fire 600 rounds per minute. While you're charging your second shot, we've put 50 tungsten penetrators through your hull. Zethkari's skin had shifted to a pale blue. Fear. Though he didn't realize, Chen recognized the tell. This is hypothetical aggression. The Galactic Council maintains peace. The Galactic Council maintains peace, Chen agreed, because no one has seriously challenged it in 3,000 years. What happens when someone does? She gestured, and the display showed a tactical analysis of the Kethvar fleet. Zethkari watched in growing horror as human assessment protocols dissected every ship design, identified weaknesses, calculated attack vectors and kill probabilities. Your shields are optimized against energy weapons. They'll stop plasma and lasers beautifully. They're not designed for kinetic bombardment at relativistic velocities. Your power cores are centralized for efficiency. Excellent for peaceful operations, fatal vulnerability in combat. Your crew quarters have no blast protection because you've never needed it. This is military intelligence, Zethkari stammered. This is Tuesday afternoon homework at our war college, Chen replied. Every species you've contacted, every ship you've built, every defensive installation you've constructed, we've analyzed all of it. Not because we plan to attack you, but because preparing for war is what we do. It's what we've always done. The display zoomed out, showing the galaxy itself. Red vectors traced potential invasion routes, supply lines, staging areas. Centuries of human expansion mapped out in contingency plans and operational assessments. You want to know what humanity brings to the Galactic Council? Chen asked. We bring 10,000 years of learning how to fight when the stakes are extinction. We bring the knowledge that peace isn't the absence of war. It's victory so complete your enemies never dare to challenge you. Zethkari stared at the tactical display, understanding finally dawning. You're not asking to join the Council. You're offering to protect it. The galaxy is vast, Ambassador. Sooner or later, something will come from outside. Something that doesn't care about your trade agreements or diplomatic protocols. When that day arrives, you'll want humans standing beside you, not because we're the most advanced species, but because we're the only ones who never forgot that survival sometimes requires you to be the monster that monsters fear. Chen deactivated the display and straightened her uniform. Now, shall we discuss humanity's membership terms? Zethkari looked at this small, unremarkable human, this representative of a species he'd dismissed as primitive, and realized he was staring at the most dangerous predator in the galaxy. One that had chosen to be civilized. Yes, he said quietly. I believe we should.